Too often, I see traders lose money only for their idea to work out absolutely perfectly. If this is something that happens to you, I'm going to explain one way that you can try and help solve this problem. Ultimately, the problem is idea versus trade. It's relatively straightforward to be a good analyst. The hard bit is to create a good trade. And what we're going to look at today is looking for the perfect trade. Now, often people say, don't look for the perfect trade. It's never going to happen. Maybe it won't, but every so often it does. And what you're doing by looking for the perfect trade is you're also working out different ways that you could play any variation of this trade. Something we'd spend a lot of time doing, sort of looking at how do you work the difference between analysis and trade. A lot of our training goes into that type of idea. Links below if you want to come and see what we do in our training. Check out the website, check out one of our webinars. So what's the perfect trade? Let's give a little example of this. This is one that, in fact, I'm doing on the day. So the day has not finished yet. I will actually explain what I think may come next as well. But this is a situation that I went through this morning with a trader where we were looking at break higher and the pullback for a move higher. That's effectively your perfect trade. So what's played into this? Well, what we've got is, this is Euro Stoxx incidentally. What we've got is a market that has sat in a range for quite a long period of time. This range here between sort of 63.15 and 62.11. We then have a very strong trend day, which you see here in the profile. And we open the next day with a gap up when you're looking at the European session. The overnight has drifted higher. So come the European 7 a.m, we have opened with a gap up. So what you're thinking here is we've got away from the big range. There is potential to the upside. That's the idea. Upside move, potentially getting us up to 23, 32, maybe even 62. That's the idea. The other part of the idea is that this idea is good as long as we're above this high, which is 92, and crucially above yesterday's high, which comes in at 87. The idea is solid. We know what we're looking for. We're looking for potential continuation, and this idea is still good as long as we're not falling back into yesterday's range. This is where the perfect trade idea comes from. By thinking about the perfect scenario, what you can then do is think about what could happen along the way. So, perfect scenario here is that come the cash open, what's going to happen is Euro Stoxx is going to trade down to the previous high, maybe have a little test through, and then it's going to rally, break the IB high and trade up to 23, 32, and you've got an old VPOC here at 28. That's the perfect scenario. So you plan this out and you think, right, if this comes along, I know what I'm going to do. The good thing about doing this is if it does happen, the conviction on a trade like this can be high. You can totally believe in the trade. You already know where you want to be in. You can already plan a stop. You can already plan where you're going to add on. Stop on something like this, you could put down here around about 70. You go below this high here. So perhaps put your stop down at 76. You can already have a plan to add at 10, and you've got a target between 23 and 32. So all of the pieces of the puzzle are together. This is the perfect scenario. So what happens next? This is what we end up with. So this is now looking at a 5-minute chart, and we're looking now at the drop onto yesterday's high. So you've got this planned out, and what you're looking for is a little test down here for your chance to buy. We get that. So on the 5-minute, we drop straight onto this level. This is where you go, perfect. I'm going to get in. I'm going to play for the continuation. On top of that, what I'm also going to do is I'm going to add on a break of the high. So it drops down. You can buy it. And in terms of how exactly you buy it, and this is the point of the perfect trade, you can look at this and go, okay, how exactly am I going to do it? Am I going to do this with just a passive order on the level? Place your bid, place your stop, say down here, let it play out. Or do you want to see it trade down there? And as it starts to bounce, you can then enter perhaps on a retake of this low. And this is what I mean. If you think about it like this, you give yourself options. If you don't get filled, perhaps on another day, it doesn't quite reach that point. What are you going to do? If you don't get filled at all, can you still buy it through the high? So you're giving yourself options. This is the difference between an idea. An idea is we just go like that, down and then up. But how exactly you play this and how you manage your risk is the trade part. So you can get in perhaps down here at 88. The idea is now to add on at 10, and the target is 23 to 32. Tick, tick, tick. Market does it in an absolute straight line. And this is, almost your dream scenario. Trades down, trades straight back up. The point here is not for me to say, oh, look at this wonderful trade. The point here is when you're trying to develop an idea, think about what would be perfect. If it happens, wonderful, you get to trade it. If it doesn't, you've still given yourself options. If we take this down onto an even shorter time frame, take this onto a 1 minute, there's the move lower. So then what you do is you give yourself more options, because as this comes back, perhaps if you didn't buy it down here at say 85 or 87, 88, you can buy it on the break back through 95. You could then still add on the break of 10. So you're always thinking, how do I convert the idea into a trade, rather than the idea has to be very specific, or the opposite where people sort of see the idea as vague. The worst mistake people make is they think, oh yeah, well we're probably going higher, so I'm just going to buy it. And then when it does fall down here because they bought it, let's say somewhere around the mid 90s, they're now at a position where it's becoming uncomfortable. They give the trade up and then watch it do exactly what they thought. And it's nothing to do with the idea being bad. It's to do with the execution. If you get your execution right, that's what really pays. That's the difference between a good idea and a good trade.